Hello ladies, I want to thank you for joining me. I released a video last night this morning, and I didn't realize until after I finished filming that I was completely out of the angle of the camera. I realized that I was filming too close, and the way I had my setup was not conducive for me to be able to show you guys how I was working this pattern. This is the one that I was using or working to show the tutorial, and this is how far I got to here. I worked both sides, see, and it didn't come out very well, so I am going to start over again, and I am going to be working with a different yarn than this one. This one right here is Artiste. I doubled up on the thread for this one, and I was using a size 3mm crochet hook. This is an Addy hook. I am going to be using it's from Ice Yarns. It's called Shine Super Fine. This one is a size 1, at least that's what it says. And this one is 75% acrylic and 25% polyamide, or I don't know how you pronounce that, but 25% that. And this is a much thinner, well, it's thicker than one of the Artistes, but thinner than two Artistes put together. You can work this with any size yarn you'd like. A friend of mine was over last week, and she was working on her own while I was working on the salmon colored one that I worked, the one that I show as a photograph, you know, for this video tutorial. I have it on my Instagram account as well. You can see a picture of it. And she worked hers, she started hers with this right here, with Yarn Bee Sugar Wheel Cotton Sparkle, and she started hers with a size, I believe it was a size, it was either a size 3 or a size 4mm crochet hook. What does this call for? This one calls for a 4.5. I believe she started with a size 4 with hers. And so you don't have to work it with the same thing that I am working it with. She and hers was coming out to be like a size medium. The way she was working with hers, her tension is much tighter than mine, and she was working it with a regular double crochet. I am going to be working my pattern with an extended double crochet, and that is because I'm working with a much thinner thread or yarn thread. This is thread. I'm working it with a much thinner thread, and so I want mine to come out bigger, because the salmon one, the first dress that I made, I worked it with the double thread of the Artiste, and I worked it with a 2.5mm crochet hook, and I did not work with an extended double crochet, and my dress turned out to be so small that it'll fit a girl. It's going to be for someone who's like 10 to 12 years old, or a very, very, very petite young lady. So also, the other thing I'm going to do, because the video was so long, I am going to be breaking it up in smaller increments, just so you guys know. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to make the triangle, and or this, you know, first panel, which consists of 12 rows, and we're going to have to make 2 of them. When you make the first one, we will be cutting our yarn. So we'll be cutting it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. When we finish the 12th row, we will be cutting our yarn for the first panel. When we start our second one, we do not cut our yarn. When we start our second one, we are going to turn our work, and I'll let you guys know, we will be turning our work, and then we will be attaching it. You know, when we start working on row number 13, we will attach it to the first panel that we worked, and then after that we will be working back and forth. Okay, So let's get started. Okay, we're going to start by chaining 5. And thank you so much for your comments. That helped me out, even though I knew that I shouldn't have released that first video. And then it was so long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We start by chaining 5. Then we're going to go into the 5th chain from our hook, and we're going to slip stitch right there. Just like that, to form a little circle. Okay, now I am going to chain 4, which counts as my first extended double crochet, and I'm going to go in to the circle, and I'm going to work an extended double crochet. I'm going to chain 2, and then I'm going to work 2 more extended double crochets to form my first fan. 1, 2, and there we have it. We have our first fan right there. There you go, right there. Now we're going to turn our work, and I am going to chain 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. This is going to count as my first extended double crochet and chain 2 space, and I'm going to work in the same area or the same spot where my chain 6 came from. In there I am going to work an extended double crochet to form my first V-stitch right here, like that. Now I'm going to yarn over, and in this chain 2 space from the previous row, we're going to work a fan, which consists of 2 extended double crochets, chain 2, and 2 more extended double crochets. Just like that. Now we're going to go right here in between these 2 extended double crochets, and we're going to work 1 extended double crochet in there. We're going to chain 2, and then we're going to go right here in the 4th chain, and we are going to work another extended double crochet, just like that. And there we have it. We have a V-stitch right here, a fan in here, and then we have another V-stitch right there. Okay, so we're going to turn our work, and we're going to chain 4, which counts as our first extended double crochet, and then 2 more that counts as a chain 2 space. And we're going to go back into the chain 2 space from the previous row, and we're going to work another extended double crochet in there. Now we are going to start the foundation for our pineapple stitch. So we are going to skip this double crochet right here, and we're going to work right on top of the next one with an extended double crochet. That's 1, 2. Now we're going to go into the chain 2 space, and we're going to work 4 extended double crochets in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're going to go straight into this double crochet right there We're going to work an extended double crochet on top of that one. And now we're going to work an extended double crochet on top of the next one right here. One. Now let's make sure that we do have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because I didn't verify on several places in my first dress, and I cannot tell you how many times I had to frog my work. And number 2, there was a couple of times where I did not frog it because I didn't realize that I made a mistake until 5 or 6 rows or rounds down the road, and I was not going to frog that. So now I've been counting, making sure that I do have 8, because that's what we need for the foundation for our pineapple stitch. Okay, so we're going to work an extended double crochet in the next chain 2 space right here. So we're going to work an extended double crochet in there, chain 2, and now we're going to work 1, 2, 3, an extended double crochet in the 4th chain right here from the previous row where we started our extended double crochet. And this is what we will have now: V-stitch, 8 double crochets or extended double crochets, and then another V-stitch at this end. Okay, now we turn our work, we chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to work an extended double crochet inside the V-stitch from the previous row. So an extended double crochet in there. We're going to chain 2, and now we're going to work 2 more extended double crochets in there. 1 and 2. And this is how we are going to start. This is how we will be starting our fans on the edges. Just like this, we're going to chain up 4. We will be working a double crochet or an extended double crochet in the chain 2 space from the previous row, chain 2, and then 2 more double crochets or extended double crochets. And that's how we will be ending them as well. This chain 4 right here will always count as a where's my hook? This one right here will always count as a double crochet or as an extended double crochet. So now we're going to chain 1, and we're going to skip this stitch right here, and we're going to work straight into this one over here. I will be working an extended double crochet in there, chain 1, an extended double crochet on top of the next stitch, chain 1, an extended double crochet on top of the next stitch, chain 1, an extended double crochet on top of the next stitch, chain 1, an extended double crochet on top of the next, chain 1. So we're going to work this until we get to the last of these 8 double crochets right here. So we should have 8 extended double crochets separated by a chain 1 space. Just like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to chain 1, and we're going to work 2 extended double crochets in the next chain 2 space, which is right here between the V-stitch from the previous row. We'll be working 2 extended double crochets, chain 2, and then we're going to work 1 more extended double crochet in the V-stitch, And now we're going to work 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to work an extended double crochet on top of the chain 4. I don't like the way that looks. On top of the chain 4 from the previous row. Just like that. And that's what we have so far. We have a fan right here at the beginning. Chain 1. Double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1. So we should have 8 separated by a chain 1 space, and then over here we have another fan. Okay, so we're going to turn our work. We're going to chain 4. We're going to work another double crochet in the chain 2 space from the previous row. And we're going to chain 2, and we're going to work 2 more extended double crochets. 1, 2, just like that. So now we are going to chain 4, and we are going to work a single crochet in the chain 1 space where we started our 8 double crochets, chain 1. So we're going to skip these 2. We're going to skip that chain 1 space. We're going to crochet single crochet in here. Now we're going to chain 3, and we're going to single crochet in the next chain 1 space. And we're going to chain 3 and single crochet in the next chain 1 space. Chain 3, and we're going to single crochet in the next chain 1 space. And we're going to do that until we have all the way to this part right here. We're going to end up with 6 loops. So we single crochet in there, chain 3, and we single crochet in here. So that's what we do. Single crochet, chain 3, 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 single crochet. So we end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 loops. Now we're going to chain 4, and we're going to work a fan on top of our fan from the previous row. So we're going to work in 2 extended double crochets on this end, chain 2, 1 more extended double crochet in the same space, and now we're going to work an extended double crochet on top of the chain 4 space on the edge, just like that. And that's what your work should look like so far. Fan, chain 4, single crochet in here, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet to form 6 loops, chain 4, and then we work another fan on this side right here. Okay, so we turn our work, and we're going to chain 4, and we're going to work a fan on top of the fan from the previous row. So it's a double crochet or extended double, chain 2, and 2 more extended double crochets, 1, 2. We're going to chain 4, and we are going to work a single crochet inside the first chain 3 space from our previous row. That's what we're going to work, a single crochet. We're going to chain 3 now. And we're going to work another single crochet on top of our next chain 3 space. And we're going to work that way across to this side, you know, chain 3, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet. Then right here we're going to chain 4, and we're going to work a fan in here again. And I will meet you there. Okay, so I finished this row, and so here we have a fan right here, chain 4. We're going to have 5 loops now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 4, and then we have our fan right here at the end of the row. So now we're going to turn our work, and we are going to work our first increase, 3, 4, and it's going to be worked in the following manner. We're going to double crochet in here, chain 2. Now we're going to work 2 more double crochets in here, chain 2, and 2 more double crochets in the same space. 1, 2. So now we have 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 double crochets in the same chain 2 space from the previous row, just like that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to chain 4, and we're going to come to this chain 3 space right here from the previous row, to the first chain 3 space from the previous row. We're going to single crochet in there. We're going to chain 3. We're going to single crochet in the next, chain 3, single crochet in the next. And we're going to work that, you know, up to right here. So we're going to end up with 4 loops. We're going to chain 4, and then we're going to work that same increase in here. 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, chain 2, 1 double crochet, and then another one on top of the 4th chain from this end right here. So there we have it. We have the 6 double crochets separated by chain 2 right here, chain 4. We have 4 loops now in the center, chain 4, and we have 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets, chain 2. We worked 1 double crochet in here, and then we worked another one on top of the 4th chain. So now we're going to turn our work, chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to work a fan in the first chain 2 space from the previous row. So we're going to double crochet in there, chain 2, and then 2 more double crochets or extended double crochets depending on the size of the yarn that you're working on. There goes our first fan. Now we're going to chain 1. We're going to go into the next. We're going to skip those 2 right. We're going to skip those 2 right there, and we're going to work in the next chain 2 space, and we're going to work another fan, another fan in there. So 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 more double crochets. I'm trying not to make the same mistake as I did in the first tutorial. Okay, so we have 2 fans. 1 fan right here, another fan right there. Every time that we are going to work into one of the pineapple stitches, we're always going to, before and after, so right here after, we're always going to be chaining 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, with the exception of a row that I'll show you guys in the future when we get there. But we will chain 4, and we're going to single crochet in the first chain 3 space from the previous row, or the last chain 3 space. 1, 2, 3. We're going to chain 3. We're going to single crochet in here, chain 3, single crochet in the next. We're going to end up with 3 loops this time. Chain 3, single crochet in the next, 2, 3, 4. That's chain 4, and now we're going to work 2 fans on this side, okay? So it's going to be 1 fan in the first chain 2 space after we work this part. So it's chain 2 and then 2 more double crochets in there. 1, 2, chain 1, and now we're going to work another fan in the next chain 2 space. So we're going to work 2 double crochets, chain 2, 1 double crochet, and 1 on top of the 4th chain right there, just like that. So we have, there we go, we have 2 fans at the beginning, chain 4, we have 3 loops now right there, chain 4, we have a fan in this chain 2 space, and then we have another fan in this chain 2 space right here. So now we're going to turn our work, and we are going to chain up 4, and we're going to work a fan on top of this fan from the previous row. Chain 2, there we go. Now we chain 1, and in this chain 1 space between the 2 fans from the previous row, we're going to work a V-stitch. So we're going to work an extended double crochet or a double crochet, chain 2, and another double crochet. Just like that. Chain 1. Now we're going to work another fan on top of this fan from the previous row. 1, 2, chain 2, and then 2 more double crochets in the same space. And that's how we work our fans. It's always going to be 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets in the same space when we work a fan. So it's going to look like this. Fan, chain 1, V-stitch, chain 1, fan. And now we're going to chain 4, and we're going to single crochet on top inside the chain 3 space from the previous row. We're going to chain 3, and we're going to single crochet in the next chain 3 space. We're going to chain 3, and we're going to single crochet in the next chain 3 space. Now we're going to have 2 loops left, and now we're going to chain 4, and we're going to work a fan inside on top of the fan from the previous row. So we're going to work a fan inside this chain 2 space right here, just like so. I need to get myself a microphone now. Okay, I hope you guys can hear me well. There we go. There's a fan. We're going to chain 1. We're going to work the same thing on this side as we did over here at the beginning. So we're going to work a V-stitch inside this chain 1 space. We're going to chain 1, and we're going to work a fan on top of the next fan. Chain 2, work 1 more double crochet in there, and then we'll work another extended double crochet on top. Of the next double crochet, and this is what we have right there. like that. Okay, so we're going to turn our work and we're going to chain 4. We're going to work a fan on top of the fan, first fan from the previous row. Now we're going to chain 1, and we're going to work another V-stitch inside the V-stitch from the previous row. So we're going to just double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, and now we're going to chain 1, and we're going to work a fan in this next fan, in the next fan after the V-stitch. Chain 2, now we're going to chain 4, and we're going to work a single crochet in the chain 3 space, chain 3, and a single crochet in the next chain 3 space. We're going to have 1 loop left. So now to finish this side, we're going to chain 4. You're going to work a fan on top of this fan right here, chain 1. You're going to work a V-stitch inside this V-stitch, or on top of this V-stitch, chain 1, and you're going to work another fan right here at the end. Okay? So this is what your row, or this is what this should look like now, by now. So we have a fan, chain 1, V-stitch, chain 1, another fan, chain 4, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, so we have 1 loop left now, chain 4, fan, chain 1, V-stitch, and then another fan right here. So now we're going to turn our work, and we're going to chain 4. We're going to work a fan inside this chain 2 space, so chain 2, and 2 more double crochets in that same space, 1, 2. Now we're going to chain 1, and we're going to work another fan inside this V-stitch right here. So it's 2 double crochets, or 2 extended doubles, chain 2, and then 2 more in the same space. Chain 1, we're going to work a fan on top of this the next fan, the one following the V-stitch. So we work a fan in there. I really like working with this yarn. It's not slippery at all. It just has a certain texture that I really, really like. Okay, this is where we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to single crochet inside this chain 3 space, and we're going to chain 5 again. And then we're going to work a fan right here, chain 1, a fan right here inside this V-stitch, chain 1, and we're going to work another fan right here. And this is what our work should look like by now. We finished our first pineapple right here. We have 3 fans on this side and 3 fans on this side. So now we are going to turn our work, chain 4, and we're going to work a fan in this first chain 2 space right here from the previous row. So we work a fan in there, Now we're going to chain 1, and we're going to skip these 2 stitches right here, and this fan right here that we worked in the last row, that is where we're going to start another foundation for another pineapple stitch. So we're going to double crochet on top of this double crochet right here. We're going to work an extended double crochet right there. We're going to work an extended double crochet on top of the next. We're going to work 4 in the chain 2 space. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we're going to work another extended double crochet or double crochet on top of this stitch right here after the chain 2 space, and another one on top of the next one, for a total of 8 double crochets or 8 extended double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we're going to chain 1, and we're going to work a fan on top of the fan after the middle fan. So we're going to work a fan in there with 2 double crochets, chain 2, and 2 more double crochets, just like that. Now we're going to chain 1. We're going to come straight over here across. We're going to skip this part right here. We're going to come straight across to this first fan on the other side and work a fan in there. Chain 1. We're going to do the same thing on top of this fan as we did over here. We're going to work 8 double crochets. Okay, so we're going to work 1, we're going to skip those 2, chain 1 space, and we're going to go straight into that stitch right there. We're going to work a double crochet. We're going to work a double crochet on top of the next. We're going to work 4 double crochets in the chain 2 space. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to work now a double crochet on top of this next double crochet right here, and another one on top of this double crochet right here. So we'll have a total of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to chain 1, and we're going to work a fan right here with 2 double crochets, chain 2, 1 more double crochet, and then another one on top of the 4th chain from the previous row. This is what it should look like. If this is your first panel, this is where you cut your yarn. So you cut it right there, and then we work another one just like this one, except with our second one we do not cut our yarn right here. So if this is your first one, go ahead and cut your yarn and start another one just like this, and then I will meet you at the end of the 12th row on the set for the second panel. Okay, and do not, once again, do not cut your yarn when you're working the second one, just the first one. Thank you for watching.